How will Cobra Kai end? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. As we know of the recent renewal of Cobra Kai Season 6, it will also be the last and final season of the series, which is very bittersweet. But I believe Cobra Kai will end with the wedding between Carmen and Johnny. They're already having a baby together, so it makes sense that they're marrying, but why not just have it in the show and have it be the last episode? It would also be so cool to have Daniel be Johnny's best man. It would also be cool to see the original Cobras come back for the wedding, and also see Robbie, Miguel, and Hawk all sit next to each other at the wedding. I think this would be a great way to reunite characters and bring them closer together. I believe Johnny and Carmen's relationship is a crucial part of Cobra Kai, which it has been throughout the whole series, so this is a phenomenal way to wrap it all up. But what would you guys like to see? How would you like to see Cobra Kai being wrapped up? What is the final scene that you would like to see? Make sure to let me know in the comment section below. Will anyone die in Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. As we know of the recent renewal of Cobra Kai Season 6, it is also the last season. In Season 5, the creators made us believe that Kreese and Chosen both died in Season 5. Now that scared me a lot. The last thing I want to see is a character die at the end of the show, but I believe that it's a crucial part of wrapping things up. I think there needs to be some death in it to make Cobra Kai more tragic, but I also think that it shouldn't be in the last episode, because then they would end it pretty sad. I think that there might be some death like Kreese in an earlier episode, like episode 7 or 8. I don't believe that there's any chance any characters besides Terry Silver and Kreese have any chance at dying, but I think Kreese has the most chance because he can go out sacrificing himself for something good. I'd love to see him sacrifice himself for Johnny after they've had a pretty rocky relationship. Cobra Kai hasn't killed off too many characters throughout the series, but I do believe that something will happen in Season 6 that will kill off at least one character. It does make sense. Netflix usually tends to kill off characters in the final season to make the ending a little more tragic, but also love those characters even more. Will Dutch return for Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, I will give my opinion in today's video. As we know, Season 6 will be the final and last season of the show, which means this is the final chance to bring Dutch back into the Miyagi-verse for the final time. But in my opinion, I do not think Dutch will return because the actor does not want to reprise his role for Dutch. I also think it's a little late to bring back a character such as Dutch. I think it's more likely to see a character such as Julia Pierce return to Cobra Kai. But I do think it would still be cool to see him reprise his role and see where Dutch is at in life. Who will win the Sekai Taikai? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. As we know, Season 6 will be the last season, so we know that the Sekai Taikai has to happen in this season. I believe Miyagi and Eagle Fang will combine to enter into the Sekai Taikai, and it'll be them versus Cobra Kai in the finale. But there's only one character that hasn't won in All Valley that's a very important character, and that is Robbie Keane. Robbie lost in Season 1 and he lost in Season 4. He's the only character, or the only one of the main characters, that has not won an All Valley championship. Because Miguel, Hawk, and Tori have all won All Valleys, but he hasn't. Robbie, in my opinion, has the most balance in between Johnny and Daniel. I could also technically see Sam winning because she technically hasn't won anything yet, but she did kind of win the All Valley. Many people believe that Terry Silver will be in jail throughout Cobra Kai Season 6. Well, I'll give you guys my theory why I think he will not be in jail at all. As we know, at the end of Cobra Kai Season 5, we know that Terry Silver gets arrested and charged with assault. You may be wondering, then why wouldn't he be in jail? Well, there's not too much evidence against him at this current moment. And I also feel that it's a little too late to bring in a final villain, and I don't think Kim Da-eun is the final villain. I think it has to be Silver, because I think Kreese will be on a redemption arc throughout Season 6. So then that really narrows it down to Silver, and it's hard to be a villain when you're in jail throughout the whole season. I do believe, however, he will be on some type of probation. At the end of Cobra Kai Season 6, they might find some evidence to put Silver away for good. Will Julia Pierce be in Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. As we know, Cobra Kai Season 6 will be the final season in Cobra Kai, so this will be the last chance to introduce Julia Pierce in Cobra Kai. The creators have hinted at it all the way since Season 1, at bringing back Julia Pierce to the show. But now that it's on its final season, fans are left wondering if it's actually ever going to happen. I believe that Julia Pierce could possibly be in Cobra Kai, but not for any fighting scenes due to the fact that the actor, Hilary Swank, is pregnant and with twins. I believe Cobra Kai Season 6 will begin filming a little after her twins are born though, which gives that a little time to recover. But it's still not enough for her to do any fighting scenes, but I believe she could return to help maybe train some students in a later episode. Like, I'm thinking a small cameo in episode 8 or 9 is still possible. I just don't think it's very likely that we get her back, but we could see her at a late episode for a small point in time. Will Shawn return to Cobra Kai in Season 6? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. We've not seen Shawn since Season 4 when we figured out that Shawn and Kenny are brothers. So I think right now would be the best and last time to bring back Shawn to Cobra Kai. I believe he will fit really well in with the Sekai Taikai and that storyline. But the question is, what would his role be if he was to be in Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, I think he would be in Cobra Kai since we know him and Kenny are brothers, and it makes sense that they would be on the same team, and he has the closest relationship with Kenny. Also, Cobra Kai doesn't have as much strength as Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang do, so they need to add some fighters on to make Cobra Kai more strong. And I believe Shawn is a ruthless character that can help Cobra Kai. But it would be interesting to see him and Robbie's relationship, because at the end of Robbie's time in jail in Season 3, they kind of become friends. Will Mike Barnes team up with Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang in Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. Since Mike Barnes has returned to the Miyagi-verse, he's been a very good character and has helped out throughout the show. He helped Johnny and practically saved his life from the other Cobra Kai senseis. Seems to be a good character, but he has gone through a lot with his furniture store burning down and his family issues. Some fans believe that he won't return for Season 6, and I think that there's no way he doesn't. It just makes sense for him to return. Fans also loved seeing Mike Barnes, so there's no reason they would write him out. But the question is, what will his role be? I think he'll be like a fourth sensei to Johnny, Daniel, and Chosen. I think he will help train and develop the students and get them ready for the Sekai Taikai on his revenge against Terry Silver. Will Hector be in Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. Hector had a very important role in Cobra Kai Season 5, but didn't have a lot of screen time because Miguel left Mexico very early on in Season 5. But Miguel leaving Mexico didn't seem like the final time we'd ever see Hector. And since Cobra Kai Season 6 is the final season, this is the last chance to bring him back. I think that there's a possibility that he goes to America. Maybe he's in trouble with the cops in Mexico, so he comes up to America and meets up with Carmen again, and that could get very interesting. I think what would be really cool is if we see a fight between Johnny and Hector. If he does come back in Season 6, I think it'll only be for a brief moment, because there's so much to wrap up in Season 6 that there might not be as much time for him. Will Bobby, Jimmy, and Dutch return in Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. Bobby and Jimmy were last featured in Cobra Kai in Season 3, and obviously we know that they are the original Cobras, but they're not the only original Cobras. That is Dutch, and Dutch has not returned to Cobra Kai. And there's obviously one more, Cobra Tommy. Sadly, the actor of Tommy, Rob Garrison, passed away just a few years ago. I've already made about Dutch's return in Cobra Kai, but I haven't about Bobby and Jimmy's. And I think they will return in the very last episode of Season 6, when we maybe get a Johnny and Carmen wedding. I think that they will show up at the wedding and be there for Johnny. I think it'd be really funny to see them mess around with Johnny, or they could use him earlier on to help train the students to get prepared for the Sekai Taikai. But then I also think that there's many ways that they can bring back these characters to Cobra Kai. But I think it's only right to bring back characters that started this whole franchise, especially when it's the last season and it's coming to an end. What will Hawk's hair color be in Cobra Kai Season 6? Hawk throughout the series has had multiple different haircut styles and different colors. Even in the recent season, he changed his hair color quite a bit. So we know he's had the colors blue, red, purple, and green. So what will his next hair color be? Well, in Season 1, his mohawk is the color blue. And since Season 6 will be the final season and they're wrapping things up, they might want to do some things like how they started. So I think that they will go back to the blue haircut in that exact style. I think I'd love to see that, and that'd be very cool. Or it's possible to get a new color like yellow or pink. It also might be cool seeing him switch colors from the colors that he's already had, like blue, red, purple, and green. I think it'd be cool to have him switch colors throughout the season to show his progression throughout the series. I guess they could combine all the hair colors into one haircut. I think that'd look really weird, but they could maybe make it cool, but I think it'd be much cooler to have him switch throughout the season. Will Kenny have a redemption arc in Cobra Kai Season 6? Kenny has been through a lot throughout the show. When Kenny was first introduced into Cobra Kai, he was a nice, happy kid that got bullied. Anthony bullied him a lot throughout Season 4 until Robbie tried to help him, introducing him to Cobra Kai. But Robbie learned in Season 5 that Cobra Kai is not the way, and he tried to pull Kenny back out of Cobra Kai. But his attempts failed and Kenny was stuck in Cobra Kai. He did not want to leave. But in the finale of Season 5, we see Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang expose Silver for bribing the ref. We see in the finale that Kenny is very mad at Silver for bribing the ref. I mean, makes sense. So we could potentially see him officially leave Cobra Kai at the start of Season 6, but I don't think that'll happen until later on. I think he will have to have a redemption arc throughout Season 6. I think that then he will make some sacrifice and help Robbie. Not like a Kreese sacrifice that I think he's gonna make as a redemption arc, but like help Robbie out in a fight. Kinda like what Hawk did when he had his redemption arc in Season 3. I know some fans did not like Kenny in Season 5, and they think that he doesn't deserve a redemption arc, but we have to remember him in Season 4 before he joined Cobra Kai. If you rewatch those episodes, you will see that he deserves a redemption arc. He basically in a way got bullied into Cobra Kai, which there Cobra Kai led him into all his troubles. What will Kreese being on the run look like in Cobra Kai Season 6? Well, in today's video, I'll give you guys my theory. So obviously at the end of Season 5, we see the turn of events and Kreese is still alive. He faked his death to escape prison. What's really unfortunate for Kreese, if he just waited moments later, then he would be innocent and would be let go freely. But now that he's escaped prison, he has technically committed more crimes. I mean, he assaulted 2 officers and a doctor and then pretended to be a doctor. So he's in deep trouble. So the cops will definitely be after him. So where will he go to hide? I think he has to hide with some character. But what will that character be? Could it be Johnny, Tori, or Daniel? I think those 3 are the most likely. But all 3 of them are all mad at Kreese and do not like him. But maybe Kreese will put up some bribe saying that he's turned good and he wants to help him for the Sekai Taikai. And maybe Daniel and Johnny can gain something from Kreese being there. In my opinion, some people disagree with this theory, but I think Kreese will be on a redemption arc throughout Season 6. I also believe that Kreese might die and sacrifice himself to finish the redemption arc. I think it'd be so cool to see him sacrifice himself for Johnny or one of the students, something he seemed like he never cared much about. But in Season 5, we did learn that he does care a lot about Johnny. I think it'd be so cool to see like a cop almost catch Kreese and then Kreese have to like fight multiple cops and get out of there. That would just be an awesome scene.